Morning, ma'am.
Okay, very good morning. So the last class we discussed about the health, nutrition, fitness and all. Okay, so let's start with the revision. Hmm? Are you ready, Reina? Ready to start? Hmm? Happy morning, right? So let's start. What do you mean by PEM? It's a short answer question. To make na PEM. It's related to a deficiency disease. PEM. Reina, switch on the camera, dear. Reina, what do you mean by PEM? Protein, energy, malnutrition. Okay, it's very important. PEM, protein, energy, malnutrition. Okay, then what about food hygiene, Reina?
Clean food and
Food hygiene.
quickly
Hmm.
the food we eat is like cleaned and
The hygiene that leads to the safe environment or the safe production of food in our kitchen or in restaurant and all. Okay, the safe environment. Then, what about healthcare facilities, Meghna? Healthcare facilities.
Like it should be in a very clean place. The
Healthcare.
services,
The healthcare services. We classify the services into three, right?
secondary and tertiary. And for primary, it's a general care, and secondary and tertiary, it's
So the
advanced.
function of healthcare means healthcare services is what is a function? To provide the general care, to provide the more intensive care to the patients. Okay, these are the functions. Okay, then what are micronutrients, Reina?
the nutrients that need in the small amount.
Okay, give an example. Micronutrients.
Um, Vitamins,
Hmm?
vita-
Right? Right. One more.
minerals,
Very good. Okay, Meghna, give an example for healthcare service or a healthcare facilities.
Primary,
The primary healthcare centers, then district hospitals, All India Institute of Medical Science, all these are the examples for the healthcare facilities. Okay, then what do you mean by trace elements, Reina? Trace elements.
iron, um,
What do you mean by that, trace elements?
the elements that can be only seen red.
Trace elements. The minerals are classified into two, right? The major elements and trace elements. What do you mean by major and what do you mean by trace? Major, trace. Think.
The elements that can be seen like uh,
On the base of quantity, the quantity we need. Right.
the major elements that we didn't need in big amount, like
Yeah, the large amounts. Then.
large amount. The trace elements we need a small amount.
Okay. Meghna, give example for major and trace. Any two. Any two each.
for major, calcium, phosphorus, and for trace, iron, zinc,
Fine. So, Reina, major elements. The example for the major elements are calcium and chlorine, both with C. You can learn like that. Calcium and chlorine, major, Cc. And trace, both start with I, iodine and iron. Okay. Chlorine and calcium is major, C. Chlorine and calcium is major. Iron and iodine is trace. Okay. At least try to remember the two examples of each. Then name the groups at risk of malnutrition. Meghna. Any three.
Infant, preschoolers, elderly.
Reina. Other three.
Pregnant ladies,
Yeah.
lactant mothers,
Lactating. Lactating.
lactate,
Or breastfeeding mothers. According to your wish. Then.
chronic disease person, like
Yeah, the
people.
elderly person, those who are admit in hospitals and all. Okay. Then, so good answer. Um, name few indicators of health. Meghna, I need two. Indicators of health. What do you mean by health? That is a question. The indicators of health.
Health is a spiritual, social, and mental well-being.
That is the
And
dimensions. Okay, the dimensions of health. Indicators means like a proper weight, proper skin, like that. Dimension means basically the health has four dimensions. That's correct. Physical, social, emotional, and mental. That's okay. But the indicators of health, indicators, which means, what do you mean by that, Reina? List some indicators of health. It's a
Uh,
simple question. General question.
good immunity,
Yeah.
uh,
Take the page number 135. One, three, five. Chapter 14, Health, Nutrition and Hygiene. Then I read. Read the indicators of physical health.
weight and height and weight proper proportion to the age, normal growth and
Which
strong
means the
bones,
age appropriate weight and age appropriate height. Then
normal growth and strong bone, a shiny and good texture of hair, clean and
textured hair.
clean, normal and healthy teeth, a good
Good
sound
sleep.
sleep,
Good sleep. Good sleep. Okay. Then
good immunity,
Hmm.
strong and well developed muscles, healthy and clear skin, bright eyes, straight gait and no bulging belly, normal appetite, active, energetic, and then enthusiastic.
Okay, these are the indicators of health. The healthy skin, immune system, the growth, the development, the bright eyes, good sleep, all these are the indicators of the physical health. Then, what about the mental health, Meghna? Read the points. Mental health.
free from tensions and worries, mentally active and alert, sensitive towards others, free from mental ailments, free
Which
from
means
internal conflicts,
ailments. What do you mean by ailments?
problem,
Diseases. Diseases or problems.
capable of adjusting with different people and in different circumstances, emotionally stable, good mental ability.
Okay, these are the indicators of mental health. Is it clear now? The physical health and the mental health indicators. So let's move on to the next one. Classify the vitamins, Reina. Vitamins or vitamins.
Water soluble
Very
and
good.
fat soluble,
Very good, Reina. Then classify. Again classify.
and it is
Think
class.
and answer. Okay. First, just relax and think. What do you mean by water soluble and fat soluble?
Well, the vitamins that soluble in water is called water soluble.
Yeah.
and vitamin Z, so soluble in fat, is called fat soluble.
Hmm.
And the examples of a water soluble are B and C.
Oh, very good, Reina. I'm happy. So water soluble vitamins are B and C. Then fat soluble,
D, E, K, and A.
very good. Deca, A, D, E, and K. That's fat soluble. Fine, very good. Then what do you mean by, what is the difference between hygiene and sanitation? Meghna.
Hygiene it is the condition and purposes of cleaning the environment and ourselves. Sanitation is
Personal hygiene, food hygiene, all these are comes under the hygiene part. Then sanitation.
sanitation it is we should clean the streets and free from disease, etc. and clean themselves.
The proper collecting and disposing of the human urine and excreta. Okay, it's also the part of sanitation. It prevent ourselves from various diseases, spreading diseases and all. The very important one is it prevent us from fecal oral diseases. Okay, like the diarrhea, typhoid, cholera and all. Okay, typhoid, diarrhea, cholera. What do you mean by PEM, Reina? PEM. It's related to a deficiency disease. PEM.
Protein,
Hmm.
uh,
Carbohydrate
energy,
is, yeah, energy.
energy, malnutrition.
Very good. Protein, energy, malnutrition. Okay. Water is important for our body, right? Why? Why the water is important, Meghna?
Because the 70% of our body is with water, and
Hmm?
it helps to nourishes our skin,
Yeah.
and it gives us energy.
Hmm. It's also act as a protective and regulatory everything. Okay. Then the deficiency disease of iodine. Reina, iodine. Iodine is a trace element. The deficiency disease of iodine leads to,
Uh, goiter,
very good, goiter. Iron deficiency, Meghna? Iron.
Hypertension.
Iron. Hypertension is sodium. Iron is simple. Just think. I'll give time. Iron. Iron deficiency is very common in adolescent girls. What are the sources of iron? Iron rich foods.
Spinach.
Ah. Then?
Onion.
Hmm?
Onion.
Mm. To increase our blood count, you eat
And
what kind of food? Huh? Ah, anemia. So iron deficiency leads to anemic conditions. Okay. Then vitamin A deficiency, Reina.
night blindness, and
Hmm.
klepto, something Malaysia.
Something Malaysia. Kerato Malaysia.
Uh,
Kerato Malaysia. Try.
Kerato, Malaysia.
Okay. Sources of vitamin A. Reina, it's for you. Sources of vitamin A.
Um, Carrot,
Good.
dark green vegetables,
The fruit in yellow.
fruit, yellow color, fruit,
Mango, papaya. Then what about vitamin D, Meghna? The source of vitamin D.
um, sunlight.
Exposure from the sunlight helps to get the vitamin D to our body, and also from the some foods. Then Deficiency leads to
rickets for children and osteomalacia
osteomalacia. Okay.
for adults.
Very good. Then, what is the function of vitamin A and vitamin D, Reina?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin A is for
A so vision.
very good. So the main function of vitamin A is it helps in our vision. Then, and it also improves our skin.
So nourishes our skin.
Then, D.
And D helps in calcium bodybuilding.
Yeah, very good. It is very important point. The vitamin D is important for absorbing the calcium. Okay, calcium absorption is the function of vitamin D. Then that's why it leads to the condition called as rickets and all the deficiency. Then vitamin E, Meghna.
Vitamin E, it helps to nourish your skin
One
and
more.
helps in reproduction.
Yeah, it helps in reproduction. So, due to this deficiency of vitamin E, it leads to reproductive problems and skin problems, the peeling of our skin, early aging. Then vitamin K, Reina. K,
It is known as clotting vitamin.
very good.
It helps to run the blood help to wounds to heal.
Yeah, helps in healing our wounds. That's why we call it as a clotting vitamin. Then, what about water soluble vitamins? Vitamin C and B complex are the water soluble vitamins. Um, the other name for vitamin C, Meghna. Refer. Refer the notes. You can refer. Reina, read the other terms for B complexes. Just read. The other name for vitamin C. Make it fast. What does it make now? Vitamin C. Fine. Ascorbic acid. Okay. Vitamin C. Right. Ascorbic acid. ASCORBIC. Ascorbic acid. Vitamin C. These are the short answer questions. Okay. The one words. List some B vitamins, Reena. B complex. Just list. Reena, unmute.
B1 thiamine, B2 riboflavin,
Not flamin, riboflavin. FLAVIN. Then B3.
B3 niacin,
Very good.
B4
B5.
5. B5 pantothenic acid,
Pantothenic. PANTOTHENIC. Pantothenic acid. Pantothenic acid. PANTOTHENIC. Then
B6 pyridoxine,
pyridoxine.
pyridoxine,
7.
B7 biotin, and
Biotin. BIOTIN. 9.
bio
B9 is very important. Okay.
folic acid.
Folic acid. Then what about the deficiencies, Meghna? The B deficiency.
B1 is beriberi.
Good.
Vitamin B9 is neural tube defects.
Very good. One more. B3.
Vitamin B3 pellagra.
Pellagra. PE. PE double L AGRA. B complex. Okay. Then the potassium deficiency leads to Reina, potassium deficiency. What is this?
Muscle strength.
Yeah, muscle weakness, the deficiency. The deficiency of potassium leads to muscle weakness. Muscle weakness. The sources of potassium. Give any one source of potassium. Start with B.
Banana.
Very good. So the potassium rich food is banana. Potassium, banana, the deficiency leads to weak muscles. Then Meghna, what about sodium? Sodium rich sources.
Common salt.
Good.
Potato.
A non-veg. A non-veg. Beef. So beef, potato, and common salt are the rich sources of sodium. The deficiency of sodium leads to
Hypertension.
very good. Vitamin C rich foods, Reina. The citrus fruits, C rich foods.
Orange.
Hmm.
Lemon.
Good. A small one and round, starting with G.
Gooseberry.
Yeah. So gooseberry, lemon, guava, orange, all these are the main sources of vitamin C. The other name for vitamin C is, what is it, Meghna? The other name?
Agrobaric.
Ascorbic acid. Okay, ascorbic acid. That's okay. By heart the terms. The definition of vitamin C reads to, Rena? Scurvy. Okay. Forward. Scurvy. Write down. SCURVY. SCURVY. The deficiency of vitamin C. The other name for vitamin C is ascorbic acid. The 70% of vitamin C is lost in the cooking process. The amla, gooseberry, guava, lemon, all these are the sources of vitamin C. Scurvy is a deficiency. SCURVY. It's a condition characterized by the general weakness and all. Okay, scurvy. So vitamin A, night blindness. Vitamin D, the bone weakness, rickets and all. Vitamin E, reproductive problems. K for blood clotting. Then C, scurvy. Then B, general weakness and all. Beriberi, pellagra, neural tube defects. Then potassium, general weakness. Calcium for the bone and teeth health. Then sodium, the hypertension. Iron, anemia. Iodine, goiter. Okay, iron, anemia, iodine, goiter. Okay, the deficiency disease of iodine that leads to goiter. It's a condition called as goiter. What about the vitamin C, Meghna? The other name for vitamin C? That's right. Ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid. Okay. Scurvy is a deficiency disease of vitamin C. Scurvy. Scurvy. Okay. So let's start with the next lesson. No doubts. Okay. Any doubts in this lesson? Any doubts? Okay. I'll give you the notes. Okay. So the chapter 15, that is resource availability and management. Rena, right? So we already learned about various resources, right? We already learned about the different types of resources, the characteristics of resources and all. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss a particular resource, a single resource, that is time. The time, the resource time. Okay. Time is important, right? The time management is very important because it's one and only resource that is equally available to everyone in this world, right? The time for Reina is exactly same for Meghna, the 24 hours. So it is very limited and managing the time is very important. What is the reason for managing the time, Reina? Do you think is the time management is important? Yes or no?
Time management,
Is important or not?
it is important because we need to manage ourselves,
Hmm.
like not taking too much time in everything.
Okay. Then
Have
anything?
to limit, to have a limit in doing things.
Okay, Meghna, anything to add?
Like if we have a certain time of finishing work and all, we won't be exhausted, so we can do well.
Okay. So, for an example, if there is only 1 month left for your exam, you need to cover the 4 subjects, right? So, you need to plan accordingly, according to your time. That is time management. So, the time management is very important. Why it's important? Because it saves both our time and energy. The time and energy is a resource. So, the proper time management help to save time and energy. Time and energy. The time management saves both time and energy, and it increases the efficiency of doing work. It increases the efficiency of doing work because no time is wasted, right? That's why it increases the efficiency of our work. Because in proper time management, no time is wasted. That's why we can increase our efficiency of work. Okay. So proper time management helps to save your time and energy. Both time and energy is also considered as the resources. So the proper time management that helps to manage the time and energy, it saves more time and it increases the efficiency of doing work because no time is wasted. Then priority is given to important jobs or important activities. The priority is given to important activities. So the first we classify the jobs according to our priority. Okay, so in the case of priority, first we classify all the jobs or all the activities according to our priority and then we allot the time for each activity. Okay, that is called as priority. Then leisure time is available. What do you mean by leisure time? The recreational activities and all, like watching television, gardening, listening to music, all these are the leisure time activities. So the proper time management that help you to get enough amount of leisure time. Okay, so it should neither be too long or nor too short. Okay, the leisure time activities. What is the reason for that, Reina? It should neither be too long nor too short. Why?
It, when it will be long, will be have no time to do any other thing.
Okay.
And will short, will we get stress of all these things.
Okay. The worry, stress, all these are the cases. Then it minimizes the fatigue. It helps to minimize the fatigue because we already classify the activities. Okay, so we classify the activities according to the workload, the heavy and light. So it helps to avoid the fatigue. Okay, the proper time management. In the proper time management, we classify the heavy and light works that help to minimizes our fatigues and it also help to avoid the peak loads. It avoid the load of our works. It reduces or minimizes the loads, workloads. These are the importance of time management. Okay, so I will repeat once again. In time management, the proper time management helps to save both resources, both the time and energy. Both this time and energy can be saved by the proper time management. Before that, what do you mean by time management? What is the definition? Doing maximum work in minimum amount of time. Okay, that is time management. Doing the maximum amount of work in minimum amount of time. Time management means doing maximum amount of work in minimum amount of time. That is time management. The time management is a limited resource. That's why we included it in a very important part. The importance of time management. The proper time management help you to save the time and energy, and it increases the efficiency of our work or efficiency of our activities, because no time is wasted from our 24 hours. Each time we use wisely. Then priority, we classify the activities or jobs according to the priority, and then we allot the time for each jobs. Then the leisure time is available. Leisure time means the recreational activities. If we plan our activities in properly or efficiently, we get enough amount of leisure time. Then it minimizes the fatigue. If we classify the activities or jobs according to the heavy and light, and then we allow time, we can reduce our fatigueness. Then it also reduces or minimizes the workloads or avoid the peak loads. Avoid the peak loads. Okay. What do you mean by time management, Meghna? Definition for time management?
Doing maximum amount of work in minimum amount of time.
Very good. Reina, what are the importance of time management? List any three points.
Saves time and energy.
Good.
Minimum fatigue. Minimize fatigue. Avoid peak
Reduces the
loads.
fatigue or minimizes the fatigue. Then avoid peak loads. Peak loads means avoid the overload of our works or minimizes the overload. Then Meghna, any one point?
Leisure time is available.
Leisure time activities means, Reina, list some leisure time activities.
Listening music, watching TV, gardening.
Very good, very good. Then anything else? Any point to add, Reina? The time management, leisure time, peak loads, then anything else? Minimizes the fatigue. Then very important point, increases the efficiency of work. Okay. The proper time management helps to increases the efficiency of work. Okay, the proper time management saves the time and energy. Time management means the maximum amount of work in minimum amount of time. It saves time, it saves energy, minimizes the fatigue, avoid the peak load, it increases efficiency. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so any doubts, Meghna, Reina?
No, ma'am.
So we finished what is time management and the importance of time management. Next class, we are going to discuss about the steps in time management. Just like as the resource management, we have some steps, right? Making the action, organization, evaluation and all. So next class, we are going to learn the steps of time management. So thank you.
Thank you.